students. We are very appreciative for each person that is on the line listening and taking this training class. My name is Katrina White. I'm the Executive Director of Communications and Community Relations. I'm pleased to have you. We know that volunteering comes straight from the heart, and we truly appreciate the heart that you give back to our students and our community. The steps to becoming a Crosby ISD volunteer are we've streamlined them a bit for you this year. There's one form. You will complete the online volunteer form, which also has the background check application. And as completion of this video, you will also take your quiz on the items that I will cover in the video. You may want to take a picture of this screen right here. You can pause if you'd like to. This is a list of our volunteer coordinators per campus. So whatever campus your students belong to, if you have a question about volunteers or being a volunteer, you can absolutely reach out to one of the persons that is on the screen. We're going to go into our expectations for our volunteer program. That starts with our policy and procedures, that we adhere to all CISD policy and procedures, that we are prompt and dependable. We sign in and out upon arrival and departure. It is very important that every campus knows who is in their building at any time. So please follow the specific campus procedures. It is very important that you wear your issued Raptor badge for identification purposes. If you put your badge, if it sticks to the outside of a jacket or coat that you may be wearing, you take that off. It is not advisable that you walk in the hallway without your badge. So please make sure that you always have your badge at all times. Please dress appropriately and follow all school policies, whether you are on campus with students or off campus at another site. Support the work of the campus and or the teacher or sponsor of the event. Remember, you are a volunteer and you're there to assist. We ask that you know and adhere to school district regulations regarding internet use and social media guidelines. That means that if you are volunteering and your student happens to be in the vicinity and you want to take a picture to commemorate the moment and post it on social media, parents, you are well within your right. Please, we ask that you do not have other students in the background of that photo, and you do not share pictures of other students that are not your students. We ask that you please silence your phones during your volunteer shifts, but we understand that a call may come in. You may have to step away. Please make sure that you have let another adult in the space or vicinity know that you're stepping away if you are monitoring students. The letters GKG there just refer to the actual policy that we have in district that allows us to have a volunteer program such as this. And then, of course, that's the reason you're there, to be a positive role model for our children. So we ask that you just, in what you say and do on campus, that you always, in your conversations and actions, demonstrate respect for everyone around. When we talk about diversity of children, we just talk about many of our children have different cultural, language, religion, and backgrounds. We ask that you just respect each student as we expect them to respect you as well. Do not assume that students celebrate holidays in case you happen to be at our campus for a holiday. Please don't assume those things of our students, and then do not assume anything based upon a student's family makeup or the size of their family. When it comes to safety and non-harassment families, we ask that you follow the safe touch suggestions. Volunteers do not initiate touching a student, but may respond to a student's initiation of appropriate touching. Never arrive to an assignment under the influence of alcohol or drugs, or use alcohol, drugs, or tobacco while on campus with students or in the area of students. Never carry a weapon on school premises or anywhere you may accompany our students, even if it is off-site. And always, always notify a teacher, principal, counselor, or any other adult in the building before you leave if a student tells you or you notice that something, they indicate that their safety is at risk or they are in emotional distress. We have the word new in front of security protocols, but our protocols have been in effect for a couple of years now. We do have weapon detector screening at Crosby High School and Crosby Middle School. There is secondary screening sometimes with a handheld scanner, usually done by our administrators on campus. Our goal is that all adults that enter the building should be screened through our security measures, our weapon detector. Once the school day has started, all persons should enter through the front office reception or front reception office area only. No side doors should be opened or closed. You should not be coming to a side door and expecting someone to open that door for you, nor should doors be propped open, which is my next bullet. Family and friends, if you see any door propped open on our campus at any time, you have the permission of Katrina White to please remove whatever is propping that door open, and please let an adult know. We are not propping doors open, especially if they are facing the outside of the building and could allow someone or something to come in. That is a big safety risk. And then whenever you leave our building, please make sure that as a door closes behind you, that it locks as well. When it comes to communication, please do us a favor and notify our campus coordinator if you've agreed to volunteer for something and you are not able to make it. Please make sure that you communicate with whoever you are volunteering with, and or please use one of the campus coordinators. Communication is key, family and friends. So please ask questions, share ideas. We welcome you to get to know the staff and each other. But please don't hesitate to reach out to myself, Ms. White, or the principal directly. We want you to know that feedback is a gift. We welcome and appreciate the opportunity to hear all praises and concerns. When it comes to confidentiality, confidentiality is paramount. It is key. It is important in education. We ask that you respect the fact that you may gain knowledge on the student's academic and or behavior struggles, or you may hear about their successes. Please do not discuss these concerns with other volunteers or anyone outside of the building. Privacy is important. Please refrain from asking students too many personal questions about their life. That is also a big no-no. Please do not take photos. We said this already, but it appears twice, so that's why it's important. Please do not take photos of students or share on Facebook, Instagram, or other social media sites, especially if those students do not belong to you. There may be a time where a student share some information with you that you need to share with someone else on campus. These big three items are not comprehensive list, but it could be other things if you feel like it's a concern. But if a student is a victim of sexual, emotional, chemical, or physical abuse, if they are involved in any kind of illegal activity, that is not something that you can keep secret. If the child tells you that you do have to report it. And then if the student confides that he or she is considering homicide or suicide, it is extremely important that those items, those conversations are reported immediately to the student's principal, counselor, or any other member of the staff of the campus. We ask that you do not leave the campus with that type of information. But if you are still on campus and you can't find an adult for any reason, you can reach out to myself or someone at our district level, because we would not want any student to leave for the school day having disclosed this kind of information and we not get them help. We have lots of resources available. We also talk about FERPA here. This video I'm going to play for you does better than I can, so I'm going to play our FERPA video.
You're volunteering to help in your child's school? That's great! This video will help explain some of your responsibilities to keep the student information you may encounter there safe. The Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, or FERPA, is a federal law that protects personally identifiable information, or PII, in students' education records. In addition to FERPA, there may be state or local student privacy laws that provide additional protections. Remember, personally identifiable information in this case would be any information that alone or in combination with other information would allow a reasonable person in the school community to identify the student. The general rule under FERPA is that students' education records, which may include electronic files, paper documents, and other records that include PII, can't be shared without prior written parental consent. However, FERPA has provisions that may allow you incidental access to students' education records that include PII as a school volunteer. And while FERPA only protects PII in students' education records, it's a best practice to protect all student information. That means you should not share student information in a conversation or in an email. Student information should only be shared for an educational purpose, as part of your volunteer duties, and with individuals authorized to receive that information. In addition, you should take special care when handling student information to avoid accidental disclosure of PII. For example, let's say you're helping a teacher enter course grades into the district's computerized student information system. The students' grades in this system are protected as education records under FERPA. What can you do to protect the student information and keep it confidential? FERPA requires the school to use reasonable methods to ensure you only gain access to the PII from students' education records that you need to perform your volunteer duties. Under most circumstances, you're volunteering for Mr. Smith's math class. You shouldn't have access to other PII from the students' education records, such as their grades from Mr. Roberts' reading class. You should make certain others can't view the grades that you are entering. If you are given access to the school's computer system, you should keep your password confidential and log out when you're finished. Don't create a personal copy of the information, and don't discuss what you've seen with others. Keep the student information in a safe place where it cannot be accessed by others. Finally, be sure you return all materials that contain PII to the teacher. Volunteers are important in helping schools operate efficiently, and now you know your role in protecting student information while helping out in your school. If you have any questions,
If you have any questions, you can contact Katrina White. So thank you so much for watching that video with us. And so, of course, FERPA is not limited to, but academic or health records, test records, and grades, as it said in the video, family information, discipline, and our behavioral incident information as well. All of those things. And so when it comes to gifts and solicitations, gifts for students are inappropriate. Please do not bring gifts, especially for an individual student. With special permission, a group or classroom of students may be eligible for a treat, but it must be a whole group or class. Promotions and solicitations on behalf of our own personal interests or those of our organizations or businesses also not allowed. Then we talk about active monitoring and discipline. Active monitoring is walking, talking, encouraging, and gently reminding students of the hallway rules. So if you're volunteering and you happen to be in the hallway when kids are in the hallway, reminding them, no running in the hallway, walk the correct direction, no horse playing, not to be late to class. When it comes to discipline in schools, we welcome and appreciate your support, but would like to make it clear that you are not needed as a disciplinarian on campus. Please allow our administrators and our staff to do their assigned roles and duties while students are actively on campus. When it comes to transportation, friends, I just want to say you should never transport a student in your personal vehicle at any time. Don't ever put yourself in a position to transport a student or to be left alone in a vehicle with a student that is not your student. Even if a parent were to provide you written permission to transport their child, the written request may not protect you from liability. You may only transport a student if you are on their actual Skyward account under family or emergency contact. And as added protection, have someone from the school call the parent and document the parent's consent that you actually can transport their kid home. Every building procedure is generally the same. It's a basic process of you giving your ID and being scanned in to get your Raptor ID. Please make sure, we said it earlier in the video, please make sure that you use your Raptor ID at all times. Once you receive your temporary ID, we have been giving green badge holders. I'm not particularly sure if every campus is still using those. I do notice that last year, a lot of parents were wearing the stickers on their actual shirt. So that is absolutely fine. One thing that we request is that you please always sign out for the day. We need you to always sign in and sign out because, like I said earlier in the video, it is very important that every campus knows who is in their building at any given time. So I just kind of want to refresh the steps to becoming a CISD volunteer. You're going to complete the online volunteer form and the background check application and complete the quiz after you have watched this wonderful video to complete your training. And where you can go to access this website or access this information is our district website. Click on the Human Resources tabs under Volunteers to the left. The volunteer page comes up as you see it now, and then you see the volunteer form where I have the arrow pointing for you. So the 5 golden rules real quick: be present during your assignment and actively monitor students at all time. Never be alone with a student that is not yours. Keep confidential any information you learn from volunteering at the campus. Keep communication open at all times with the campus and district and report any concerns to campus administration. We want to thank you so very much. For a status update on your background check, you'll be able to reach out to Miss Ellie, and her information is here. So you may want to take a screenshot. You can send her an email. Please give her a few days in which to process your background check information, and you will be good to volunteer here at Crosby ISD. So parents and family, I thank you so very much for watching the video to the end. Now you can go ahead and complete the form and take the quiz. Everyone have a fantastic day, and we will see you around the district.